Okay, welcome to Le Tour de Life Jacket, which is a new series in which we're going to explore how the life jacket shows up in people's different lives, whether it's through a hobby, whether it's through someone they know, whether it's a space, a place, or whatever. So the thing that I've learned since I set up the life jacket about 18 months ago is that the life jacket exists in people's lives in so many different forms. It's not really about the life jacket. It's what the life jacket represents and what it is in real life, and that's what I hope to share through this series. So why is it called Le Tour de Life Jacket? Why am I on this bike and why am I out of breath already? Well, that's because this series was inspired by a guy called Sam, who had for many years struggled with suicidal ideation. And he messaged one day asking to go for a ride on Zwift, which is a virtual cycling app. And he messaged me after that ride to say that he feels that cycling is now his life jacket. So from there, this idea was born, and in every episode, I'm going to cycle and read letters or stories from people talking about what the life jacket is to them. So today I'm riding solo, but we're going to do community rides as well. So if you're on Zwift, you can jump on with us, or you can just listen wherever you're listening or watching this. So today's letter is from Sam, and so I'm going to read the letter from Sam just as soon as I get up this hill and I get my breath back. Okay, so this is Sam's letter. Dear whoever might need to hear this, I didn't plan on ending up here. Not like this. I didn't wake up one morning and think, you know what would be great? Sweating in my living room, staring at a screen, pretending I'm cycling through a world that doesn't exist. But here I am. And here you are, reading this or listening to this. So maybe it actually means something. This story started with my therapist. I've been struggling with suicidal thoughts for years. We had tried lots of things. Nothing was really working. And now I regret that I resented her for that. Get active, she had told me once. Though she wouldn't have said it like that. That's just how my mind took it at the time. As if getting moving was the missing puzzle piece. Like I'd just forgotten to move my body, and that was the problem all along. Try walking, she'd probably meant. Maybe some yoga. Something normal. But no. I bought a stupidly expensive bike trainer instead. The kind of thing that makes normal people feel accomplished, but made me feel like I was grasping at straws. At first, I hated it. The loneliness of it, the sweat, the sound of my own breath reminding me I was still here. Still me, still a body in a room. But then something weird happened. I kept going. I logged into Zwift, the game, the simulation, the fake world with fake mountains, and I pedalled. 20 minutes at first, which felt like 20 years. My knees creaked, my brain sulked, but there was just something compelling enough about the whole thing to make me come back. The thing about Zwift is it isn't just an app. It's a game. There are levels, achievements, little medals that mean absolutely nothing outside of the screen, and yet, God help me, I wanted them. I wanted the XP, I wanted to unlock the new jersey, I wanted the dumb little badges that said, you did a thing today, look at you. And wasn't that something? Wasn't that more than the nothing that I had before? So I rode, and I kept riding. Not for fitness, not for self-improvement, not because I had some grand revelation about discipline or pushing through adversity or any of that nonsense. I rode because it was something to do. Because it made me feel like I was somewhere other than here. Because for that moment, when I was on my bike, I wasn't just a person staring at a ceiling, waiting for the feeling of nothing to settle back inside. And then one day, something different happened. An avatar passed me on a hill. and gave me a ride on, which is like a thumbs up. The name was Jonathan Lee, and he was part of something called the Life Jacket Cycle Club. I wasn't looking for anything, not connection, not conversation, certainly not some profound moment of human understanding in a cycling simulator. But there he was, and something about the name made me pause. Not Jonathan, but the Life Jacket. Life Jacket. After my ride, I clicked his profile, and it turns out it wasn't that random. He ran something called the Life Jacket Initiative, a suicide prevention scheme. It hit me harder than I thought it might. I stared at the words for too long, trying to figure out why I suddenly felt like someone had reached out through the screen and grabbed me by the collar. Throughout the day, I kept going back to the website, watching the videos, reading their stories, and eventually I messaged John. Hey, I tentatively began. I saw your profile. If you want to ride on Zwift, I would be up for it. Could be good to ride with someone else, even virtually. Thanks for your work on the Life Jacket. I didn't expect an answer. Who would? But he replied. Absolutely. I'm always up for a ride. And just like that, I wasn't cycling alone anymore. We set a time, and I spent the night before convincing myself it was stupid, that I'd cancel, that it didn't matter, that I was stupid for thinking I could just tell someone I don't know that I struggle with suicidal thoughts, and that maybe riding with them would help. But when the time came, I did log in, and so did John. We pedalled through Utopia together. Not saying much at first, just two avatars moving forward, side by side, in a world that wasn't real, but somehow felt like it was. After a while, he typed, "You doing all right?" I could have lied. I could have given some throwaway answer, but I didn't. I think so. It's just good not to be alone in this. Sure, he said. That's what this is about. Not being alone. And damn, he was right. So here's the thing. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know if I'll ever take this outside onto real roads with real wind and real people. Who knows what will happen? But right now I ride. Not because it's fixing me, not because I'm healed or strong or whatever we tell ourselves about progress. I ride because sometimes it's enough just to have someone ride alongside you. I ride now in bigger groups. Sometimes I tell them my struggles, sometimes I don't. No one judges, they ride with you. They are my life jacket. If you're drowning, if you're stuck, if you're sitting in your own room wondering what the hell to do next, maybe try pedalling. It doesn't have to mean anything. It doesn't have to fix you. Just move, like my therapist told me. And you'll see others come along with you. And if you see John out there in Zwift, or in the real world, tell him I said thanks. Sam. So thank you to Sam for sharing his story with us. When I told him that I wanted to turn kind of the time that we met and rode together into the series, he was very up for it, and I thank him for being the first to share his story. It's not easy to kind of share stories with such vulnerability, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Sam. And the one thing that I guess really stuck with me, actually reading his story, his letter, he said that sometimes you just need someone to ride alongside you. It doesn't have to be on a bike, but just in life as a whole. So maybe if you're watching this, think about someone who you're riding alongside, or who you could ride alongside. Someone in your family, a colleague, a friend, someone in your community, on your street. Who can you be a life jacket for? So I want to share stories like this, really as often as we can. And we've got a few more lined up. But if you want to share your story, the best place to go is our website, thelifejacket.co.uk. And we'll also share updates on there about when we're going to do some of the more community rides on Zwift. I'm also going to work out, next time I do it, choose a less hilly course. That was quite not the easiest thing, riding in talking at the same time. I probably should have done a practice run. But thanks for watching. Keep following, and I'm off for a shower. Bye.